Okay. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out on a hot day in Southern California. You are here for the Stages Festival of New Musicals that is live in the room to you and being streamed out to the world from New Musicals Inc. in North Hollywood. Today we have a concert reading of the new musical, The Bully Problem by Michael Gordon Shapiro. And to tell you more about it and to set up the rest of the afternoon for you, I'm going to introduce the director of today's presentation, Mr. Joshua Finkel.
Thank you for coming out. It has been an incredible blast to work with this unbelievable cast that you will meet in just a second to bring these characters to life. A couple of housekeeping things just to make sure all phones are off, please. But at intermission, by all means, fire them up and tag yourself being here at New Musicals Inc. and how much you're digging this brand new musical and how much you like being streamed into the international Ethernet universe. Let me also, and then we have bathrooms just if you walk out this door on either side, to the right and to the left, and we'll have snacks at intermission and after the show, so please join us for any kind of feedback you have. Let me give you a couple of other just rules of this particular show. This show eventually will be kind of pivoted and placed toward a school show. This is the characters in this piece are mainly middle school and high school, with a few adults sprinkled in. And this will be a fantastic show positioned toward middle and high school schools to do. Large cast, a lot of people can get involved, great subject matter around bullying in the school system, and kind of kicking nerds' butts. So, and then the nerds fight back. So that's kind of what's going on. So a lot of our cast are playing multiple parts, which probably in a school situation would be one person per role. So let me give you some of the fashion rules of what the rules of the game are. If a person is in just like normal dress, with just quirky costume pieces, they're probably their main normal nerd or student character. If a person has a baseball hat on, they're of the jock level of student. If they have a baseball hat on and a hoodie on, they're one of the bullies. So that's how you can kind of we don't like that. That's how you can track these. Bad, wrong, bad. So have a great time, laugh it up, laugh, cry, scream, have a wonderful time, give us a lot of feedback, and let me introduce our wonderful orchestra led by Ron Barnett. Enjoy the
The Bully Problem by Michael Gordon Shapiro. Act 1, Scene 1. We open at Vanderport Junior High, a bad school in a bad part of town in East Baltimore, Maryland. A succession of smart but intimidating kids share their woes with us as they're terrorized by bullies.
If there's something I've learned at my time at this school, it's a lesson that people are terrible.
If there's something akin to a permanent rule, it's the notion that people are terrible.
If you think it's enough to be civil and kind.
Then you'll live and that no one will mind. You just don't know the bully mentality, but you're gonna get a dose of reality. If you seem to be sensitive, nerdy, or smart, be aware that you're gonna get targeted. If you're into computers or physics or art, then oh boy are you gonna get targeted.
If the things that you love aren't things that they like, then they'll wait for a moment to gang up and strike.
There's nothing to do but conceal yourself. Find a hiding place and never reveal yourself. So welcome to life on the front line. Safer to stand on a landmine. Welcome to Vanderbort's Junior High.
Hey, Dort! Wanna play Mercy?
No, not really.
Oh, just to keep things interesting, let's say the winner keeps all the losers' money.
No, wait, you no! That hurts. Mercy.
Butch takes the money from his wallet.
Of course, it can't just be all about the money.
Yeah, you gotta do what you love.
Welcome to Vanderbilt.
Shift to an 8th grade classroom. Students sit at desks finishing a written test. 2 jocks.
Yo, yeah.
Toss a football back and forth. Kevin writes furiously in a notebook. On his desk is a blue test booklet, just like the other students have, but also a large math textbook. Mr. Grouper approaches.
Pencils down! I said pencils down! You're that new student, right? The crazy inventors kid?
Hey, he wasn't a crazy...
Let's have a look at what's so interesting that you're writing about here, huh? The eigenvalues of J star are lambda equals 3 and 2, so that the x point 0, 0 is an unstable... What the heck is this?
Differential equations?
You're doing schoolwork during a test?
He's doing math voluntarily.
It's not schoolwork, it's just something I'm working on. Here's my algebra test. I finished it earlier.
I see. Well, in future, do this math stuff outside of math class.
One of the jocks hurls a football at Kevin.
Maya! What did I tell you about your spin? You got thrown from the shoulder.
I'm sorry, Coach.
Outside, Dustin and Margaret come across a container nestled amidst the trees.
Oh, I think this is it!
This is the biggest geocache in the state. It's supposed to have memorabilia from the 1955 county fair.
Wait, there's just a note. Thanks for the free stuff, losers.
Meanwhile, back at the school, Gordo, Butch, and Charlie toss around and smash toy horses, rolls of tickets, and other priceless memorabilia.
Welcome to Vanderbilt.
In a hallway, Katie approaches Vice Principal Hertz.
Vice Principal Hertz, are you really taking the philosophy club's room away?
It's community outreach. Specifically, we're reaching out to the Rockville Sports Emporium. Their office is currently being renovated and they need a conference room.
But that room is in active use by a student organization.
Does anybody even know what they do in that so-called club?
The philosophy club discussed the great ideas from Aristotle to present day.
Well, what you don't do is buy the lacrosse team new gear. So, point those to Sports Emporium.
But that's unfair.
Welcome to Vanderbilt.
Welcome to Vanderbilt.
I wish I were stronger.
I wish I were taller. I wish I could vanish at will or be smaller.
I wish I could make myself scary or edgy.
Or go to the gym without getting a wedgie. Or feel just a little less jump off a ledge.
I wish there was some other place I could be, where I wasn't afraid to simply be me, where I wasn't alone or a loser or freak, where the kids weren't mean and it wasn't so bleak, where it's safe for a geek, where there's no need to sneak.
I can mess with these losers all week.
Kevin emerges from behind the school where a school bus waits nearby.
Gordo's gang, gotta wait until they're distracted.
It's my wallet. It's my money.
Oh, no, that's my wallet. I need that. Oh.
Well, the bus is gonna leave soon.
Gordo extracts a pittance of money, then hurls the wallet as far as he can. The bullies turn their attention to spray painting a school wall.
This is my chance.
Oh, not so fast. I thought I smelled a math nerd.
They have a distinct aroma.
Come on, guys, I need to get to the bus.
Also the voice.
Higher pitch than computer nerd voice, but lower than theater nerd.
Anyway, on to business.
Gordo grabs Kevin's wallet and pulls out a mere $1.
Why are they always poor?
Hey, guys, that's my bus money.
The bus is free, dickwad. They don't even know how to lie.
I blame the parents.
It's for the city bus. I live 5 miles away. We just moved and we're all the way over.
Oh, as much as this story pulls on the strings of my heart, you gotta understand our perspective.
We have expenses.
Bottle rockets, spray paint, boots.
I'm saving up for some brass knuckles.
Not to mention every cut we give to our supervisor and the bullies at the high school. Every bit helps.
Nice.
Thanks. I'm trying to hit the teacher's lounge. Hey, hold your ponies, compadre. This is Charlie, our intern. He's still searching for the trade, and Charlie needs an opportunity to contribute. Go ahead, Charlie.
I hope you die in a fire and that nobody remembers you and nobody notices you're gone!
Harsh. A bit harsh.
Right spirit, though.
We need to talk about dramatic arc. Oh, look. You missed your bus. Better get going. Those 5 miles aren't gonna walk themselves.
See you tomorrow.
Every morning I wake up and hit the alarm and pretend that I go to a better school. I would give up my phone or put lice on my arm if it meant I could go to a better school. Far away from the panic and teasing and strife and the days that they say are the best of your life. But slowly the truth appears. Got a ticket for 3 more years, for 2 more years, for 1 more year, for 4 more years. So here's to be a statistic. Try not to be a statistic. Welcome to Vanderbilt Junior High. Junior High. Junior High. Welcome to Vanderbilt Junior High.
Scene 2, a cramped 2-bedroom apartment. Moving cartons are stacked everywhere, mostly unopened. A particularly tall carton stands in a far corner.
Mom, there's something I want to talk to you about. No. Mom, I would like for you and I to discuss the following. No, too formal. Mom, we need to talk. No, she might think I'm on drugs.
Kevin's mother, Elizabeth, unlocks the front door.
Hi, honey. Oh, hey, the movers finally brought the kitchen supplies. So we are going to try to eat at home tonight. You know, help me find the silverware. It should be in there.
Kevin digs through the carton and retrieves silverware.
So how was school?
The kids there are mean.
You know, we really need the spice rack. What does that box say?
Porch stuff too.
Well, see if you can find a box marked kitchen. And I know it's hard entering a new school mid-year. You just have to give the kids a chance.
What's this huge box?
Oh, you know, I'll find the spice rack. Why don't you just put out the plates and napkins?
So, Mom, have you ever heard of the Learn More Academy?
Well, it sounds expensive.
Well, it's a science high school right on the campus of Learn More College. It's got one of the highest ranked mathematics programs in the country.
Kevin, you know we can't afford to send you to private school. Look at our situation.
That's just it. There's a way that I can go. Look at this.
He shows her his computer screen.
Learn More Senior Scholars Search. Well, honey, this is for our high school students going to college.
No. This part here, the Junior Scholar Search, it's for students my age. All I have to do is attend their after-school courses this spring and get in the 95th percentile or better on this final exam, and I'll get to go to Learn More on full scholarship. I'd be able to do math all the time, and if you want, you could come visit me in,
In where? Where is it?
Well, technically, Maine?
Maine? No, I thought this was nearby. No, you cannot
go to this school. It's practically designed for me.
You already have math class at Vanderbilt.
My teachers don't know anything.
Oh, stop, that's not true.
Today, Mr. Mason thought Portugal was a type of boat.
Well, Kevin, I'm concerned that you're using math as a means of isolating yourself. And this is a time when we need to be together. Your father spent 2 years away with that company building high-tech toys or whatever he did, instead of being with his family. And it's too soon after he's passed for us to create another separation.
I have a special skill. I need to develop it. This is what I'm good at.
You know, this is not open for discussion.
Well, I'm not hungry.
Kevin grabs his computer and storms off to his room. Scene 3. Kevin's room. He plays a video on his computer.
So you've decided to apply. So you've decided to apply to the Learn More Junior Scholar Search Program. How exciting for you. You're probably wondering what to expect from our award-winning courses and the final exam. The junior high curriculum is divided into 4 tracks. Track 1 is Math and Quantitative Sciences. Track 2, American and World History.
Memorization.
Track 3, Physical Sciences.
Memorization and easy math.
And Track 4, English, Language, and Culture.
English? Oh, why would they include that stuff? It's not rigorous.
Projects include literary analysis, essay writing, history of literature, poetry studies.
Poetry? People still do that?
Students will recite an assigned poem from memory as part of their final exam.
This is ridiculous. This humanities stuff is so outside my area of expertise. Well, I'll just have to find some way around it.
Application question 1. Of the many subjects taught at Learn More by our award-winning faculty, are there any of particular?
Math. I would like to focus extensively and exclusively on mathematics. Specifically, I need to learn integral calculus, linear algebra, combinatorics, statistics, predicate logic, and...
Please limit your response to 500 characters. What fuels your interest in this subject? Please give us a personal perspective.
Well, math is the best subject, and I'm very good at it.
Your response must be a minimum of 1,000 characters.
One thing I like are solvable problems. Knowable methods, reliable actions, predictable outcomes with 0 distractions. These are the things that I handle well. There's a senior at school. I think his name's Travis. Daily at lunchtime, he's taken to throwing a carton of skim milk at my head. This is not a problem I can solve. The world is full of people, and I'm ready to assume that they're mostly just like Travis and regard me as their prey. And every day at school I count the minutes till I'm back here in my room. And I open up this math book, and all the fog and chaos goes away.
An acute triangle is a triangle with all 3 angles less than 90
A circle is
degrees.
set of all points in a plane that are equidistant from the given point in the plane.
A concave polygon is any polygon with an angle measuring more than 180 degrees. A concave polygon is any polygon with an angle measuring more than 180 degrees. A concave polygon is any polygon.
And then I'm in a world of numbers and equations, of soaring lines, curves, and planes, of simple objects that have clear-cut definitions, where logic's king and reason reigns. I'm in a paradise that's better than the real world, and all its doors are open wide. There are no bullies here or grown-ups who control me. There's just a subject that I love, and then that feeling that so much is possible, that no wall's too high to climb. Clear skies and everything's effortless. And I want to have this feeling all the time.
Simplify the following expression. 9 radical 13 minus 11.
Correct. What is the area in square inches of the base of the pyramid?
Correct. A parabola has 2 x-intercepts at -2, 0.
Correct. You have completed this tutorial.
And on the page I see another set of problems. And I can see their answers too. Each one's a lock, but I have got the combination. It's like I'm cheating, it's just something I can do. But what I don't know yet, I know that I can master. And I can't wait until that future and that feeling that so much is possible, like the suns began to climb, thriving in freedom and solitude. And I want to have that feeling all the time. Sometimes it seems just like I'm floating in a vacuum, or lying on a beach of sand. And in the sky, the clouds make spheres and lines and hypercubes, and they all dance at my command. The world is knowable, predictable, and perfect. And then that cannot wait, so nothing more. That feeling that so much is possible, and that notion is sublime. Sky high and reeling with victory, and no one is mocking me, and no one's controlling me, and no one's entangling me. And I just want to have that feeling all the time.
Beep, 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 beep. It's 7 a.m. It's 7 a.m.
Sleep is overrated.
Scene 4. Downstairs in the kitchen, Kevin rummages through boxes, finds a bowl and spoon, then retrieves milk from the refrigerator.
Where's the cereal? Den shop, workshop stuff. What is this?
A piece of paper is taped to the large box, obscuring some writing. Kevin pulls the paper off.
Fork. I didn't know they made them this big. Wait, no. 4KBD. For Kevin birthday? Synaptic Visions. This was my dad's company. This must be a gift from Dad. But my mom hid it. What is this?
Kevin pulls off the front of the carton.
Ah! My dad murdered a kid!
Inside is the motionless body of a boy Kevin's age with a kind of metal pack affixed to his back. A packing slip flutters to the ground.
Synaptic Vision, Cybernetic Autonomous Assistant. Is this a robot? Activation code MS0P.
System diagnose complete. Harsimnie och gratulationer till ditt köp av en ny antropomorfa automatisk personlig assistent.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Language detected. English. United States dialect. Are you Dykstra, comma, Kevin R?
Yeah?
Scanning retina. Paired with owner!
Oh, whoa! Wait, I did not ask to be paired.
Congratulations on your purchase of a registered autonomous assistant version beta 7.9. I bring the benefits of cutting-edge technology and 7 years of research and unparalleled design. I'm pleased to meet you and begin my function. I truly aim to raise the bar. My diagnostics tell me memory, sensors, servos, motors, drops, and software are operational.
Okay, so you're a robot, and you're loud, and you're annoying.
I am your new autonomous assistant. I provide companionship and encourage physical, emotional, social, and psychological growth.
What do you mean growth?
My specialty is fostering peer connections and meaningful social relationships.
Well, that is the worst idea for a robot that I've ever heard.
My comprehension of 100 human languages allows you to command me in the manner that you please.
Stop talking!
My neural networks and semantic informatics let me process and anticipate your future needs with ease. I'm primed and ready to begin assistance and be a member of your team.
I don't have a team.
My power levels are unsteady due to software bugs, but otherwise I seem operational.
Well, what specifically do you do other than blind people?
I can coordinate temporally constrained activities and maximize conflict avoidance.
So you're a calendar?
I analyze and evaluate emotional effect.
So you're a shrink?
I can coach personal fitness and athletics.
I play chess.
I am a qualified Pilates instructor.
I don't know what that is.
I can legally operate any vehicle without an engine.
Well, so can I.
Would you like a daily inspirational quote?
No!
Curious about botany?
Can you do my chores?
I am not yet programmed for domestic labor.
Can you destroy my enemies?
I am not capable of initiating force against another human being.
You are completely useless!
I am designed to nurture all that is best in human potential. If one would truly live in full, then certain goals are essential. One has to strive to set new sights, to reach for stars, to scale new heights, to hear their call. But most of all, to find the circle of one's peace.
Okay, back into the crate.
I am programmed with a variety of conversational topics. I have a persistent network connection and can keep you apprised of news and world events. I have access to public school databases and can tutor in a wide variety of academic subjects.
Wait a minute. Can you tutor me in English? Like literature?
Poe, Dickens, Shakespeare. There is a tide in the affairs of men, which, taken at the flood...
Okay. Do you have a name?
I am of the Oscar II series, and my unit number is 474.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna call you Oscar. Mom's awake.
I must introduce myself to your mother.
Whoa, no. She's still angry at Dad and hid your box, so obviously she didn't want me to find you. You'll come with me to school. We'll pass you off as a student. What is this?
Supplementary Power Pack. Provides persistent net connection and advanced functionality, such as softball, Irish step dance, backstroke, and a future upgrade, parkour.
Okay, well, it makes you look like a robot, so let's just put this...
Kevin picks up a spare knapsack and fits it over the power pack.
My prime directive is exceptional companionship, providing you with guidance through the challenges to come. In matters physical and mental or logistical, consider me your maitre d' and confidant and chum. I am the zenith of designed cognition. I pass the Turing test with these. Is wer ja heute seit dem Nicket Schnarzkopf et Nobelpreis expertise?
Wrong language?
Operational!
That'll have to do. Listen, I am not a people person, so don't try and make me into one.
Did you say something?
Just heading out to school.
Hey.
We're gonna go wait for the bus.
This is the dawning of a new adventure. The world is set to be explored.
It's just a bus.
And at this happy juncture you will find me ready, willing, able, set, and all across the board. Operational.
Scene 5, the entry hall of Vanderbilt Junior High. Mr. Mason lounges nearby. Students walk through a metal detector archway en route to class.
If anyone asks, say you're an exchange student.
I am forbidden from lying.
You're totally useless. At least try to keep a low profile. I forgot about the metal detector.
Whoa, what do you know? This thing actually works. Well, hey kids, I'm gonna need to frisk you both. So you with the backpack off, please.
Mr. Mason, this is Oscar Meyerson. He's an exchange student from Sweden. Oscar, this is Mr. Mason, my history teacher. He knows more about history than anyone at this school.
Me? Well, yeah, I mean, that might be the case, but I don't really know. Who's keeping track?
As you of all people must know, kids in Sweden eat a high iron diet.
Yeah, of course. I knew that. What's your point?
Well, the iron in his bloodstream obviously triggered the metal detector.
It's true you're from Sweden?
Absolut inte. Det är en fullständig illusion.
Oh, well, welcome to America! Okay. You kids run along.
I thought you couldn't lie.
I informed him that what you said was a falsehood. The language I chose to use was Swedish.
Okay, that was clever. Come on.
Scene 6, Mr. Mason's classroom. Nearly the end of the school day. Mason teaches with a Cliff's Notes guide in one hand.
Now, class, the Treaty of Utrecht. This is one of the things that was going on in Europe around the time we've been looking at. Now, you've got the Dutch, and I believe they're somewhere on the north of Europe. Ooh, right, you don't want to mix them up with the Danish, a completely different country. So, now the Spanish are really upset about this succession thing. No shame if all this is confusing. Honestly, my area of expertise is consumer automotives.
Participation in class aids in learning and retention.
Well, I think this class is actually making me dumber.
You have avoided speaking with your peers.
Correct?
A healthy lifestyle includes social connections with your peers.
I'm a transfer student. I've been here 2 weeks. I don't have any peers.
You have the opportunity to seek out friendships with like-minded...
There is a rapid fire of pop cop with firecrackers.
Holy hell! What was that? Who did that? Who?
Those are my fellow students. That's why I sit in the back row and I don't talk to anyone.
You. Gordon Menschwitz.
It's Gordo.
You're a real wiseacre, aren't you?
Goodbye.
Gordo, I see kids like you all the time. In a few years, you're gonna be changing tires for minimum wage. Not the ultra high performance tires either. No, we're talking cheap foreign stuff. You know who you can be working for? Him. Yeah, that's right. Kyle over there has an advanced knowledge of metallurgy and is housing a foreign exchange student from Sweden. That kid, he's got a bright future. Maybe running a chain of auto dealerships. Maybe getting in on the import-export side. It's up to him. What do you have going for you except for a dog's haircut? I gotta give you homework.
Time to go.
Homework is vital for consolidating your efforts in
Come on!
Scene 7, a little later, in a sub-basement of the school, Kevin staggers on stage, panting. Oscar follows.
You have completed 20 minutes worth of aerobic exercise. Only 60 more for a full day's worth.
I think we lost him. There goes the bus.
A brisk speed walk home will complete your workout.
Gordo's gang is looking for us. There's a late bus for kids who do after-school activities. We'll hide out until then.
After-school activities foster personal growth.
I'm not interested in after-school activities. I'm interested in hiding.
Consider joining an athletic team and playing one musical instrument, such as the tuba.
This is ridiculous. I can't prepare for this Learn More test at school because of the bullies, and I can't prepare at home because Mom would see you. Why is this so hard? I just want to do math.
There is a public library in Sterling Springs.
Well, the bus service is terrible. I lose 2 hours just getting there and back.
I think they went this way.
Down this hallway.
Kevin.
Hey, you nerd, come out and play!
Quick, in here.
Kevin and Oscar see an unmarked rusty metal door. Scene 8. Kevin and Oscar emerge into a room full of nerds, geeks. Chester, Reggie, Bertrand, and Ada. The latter two dressed in similar business attire. Margaret, Charlotte, and Dustin, who chuckles casually. Katie, who sits behind the desk facing the group. She wears some kind of homemade-looking smartwatch and holds a battered copy of Robert's Rules of Order.
Excuse me. How can we help you?
I'm Kevin, and this is Oscar.
Well, this is a members-only organization. You'll have to leave.
But Gordo's gang is after us. We just need somewhere to hide.
Yeah.
Well, how do we know you're not a spy for the bullies?
Hey, aren't you that kid who was doing differential equations in Grouper's class?
Yeah?
It's okay, Katie, he's cool. I can
Okay, fine. Your request for temporary asylum has been approved. Please sit quietly over there.
Thanks.
De nada.
Okay, settle people, settle. I hereby call the 35th meeting of SLAFPOC to order. We'll start with the recitation of our mission statement. Order! This is important!
Respect for intellectual diversity, all walks of life in partnership and harmony. Let us strive to be a society of the mind.
I have urgent news from the chess committee.
Chester, you're out of order. Margaret, please read the minutes from last meeting.
Minutes from last Thursday's meeting. 3 p.m., Katie called meeting to order. 3:01 p.m., Chester interrupted with urgent update from the chess committee. Katie told him to sit down. 3:02 p.m., I read minutes of prior meeting. 3:03 p.m., debate on the merits of Space Punch versus Galaxy Battle resulted in a draw.
Well, that was a travesty! Galaxy Battle is superior!
Reggie, you're out of order. Margaret, please continue.
3:20 p.m., Charlotte locked doors to room. 3:21, Charlotte gave recital of French poetry.
I disputed that it was poetry since Charlotte is the only one here who speaks French.
Correction, Charlotte gave a recital in French of what may or may not have been poetry.
This club is starved for real culture.
No one likes that stuff but you! We shouldn't have to hear about niche interests!
Oh, you mean like Galaxy Battle?
Oh.
I still have the floor.
Until the Germans take it.
Oh, guys! Come on!
Respect for intellectual diversity, all walks of life in partnership and harmony. Let us strive to be a society of the mind.
What kind of club is this?
It's the Science, Literature, Arts, Fandom, Philosophy, Other Languages, and Chess Club. So SLAFPOC for short.
Is it really efficient to combine all of those subjects into one club?
There used to be a bunch of different clubs, but the vice principal ruled that our interests weren't important enough for more than one room, so we had to merge. I think the chess club's room just went to the crew team.
Well, how do you guys decide who gets to talk about what?
Well, that's Katie's job. You know, she's got a book called Robert's Rules of Order. It's really complicated.
All right, thank you, Margaret. We'll now move on to old business. Yes, Chester.
I have urgent news from the chess committee.
Point of order, news is by definition new business.
The game is ongoing, so it's old business.
Isn't it a correspondence game?
Yes.
Then you have to deliver it during your correspondence secretary's report at the end of the meeting.
Unfortunately, I think he's right.
Chester takes a swing from his inhaler.
So, do we have any old business?
Motion for a recount of the Space Punch versus Galaxy Battle quality referendum.
Do we have a second? Motion fails!
Traitors!
On to new business. Bertrand and Ada.
Well, with all the club mergers going on and a growing influx of new members,
Keeping track of who is who in SLAFPOC is a mounting challenge.
that's why we are happy to announce our new mobile app, POCbase.
Vital information on your fellow club members is now at your fingertips.
That sounds pointless.
For example, I simply type Reggie with a convenient synopsis. Overweight loser, preoccupied with make-believe.
Hey!
Or if I enter Charlotte, pretentious francophile who's never actually been to France.
Thank you. Thank you, Bertrand and Ada, for sharing your project.
What we'd like to know from all of you is whether you'd prefer an upfront payment model or a free download with in-app purchase.
What?
We're not gonna buy it.
We obviously need to cover our development costs.
Nobody would pay money for a database about themselves.
Well, at least we're making money, slacker.
Hey! Act like friends!
Respect for intellectual diversity, all walks of life in partnership and harmony. Let us strive to be a society of the mind.
All right, now we will move on to officer reports. We will start with the corresponding secretary of the chess committee.
Chester speaks, he drops a chessboard onto the desk and starts configuring pieces, consulting a piece of paper which he pulls from an envelope.
There is a dire chess emergency. As you know, the club is involved in a pitched endgame in the International Correspondence Chess Tournament. As you also know, Quentin, our designated player, has disappeared into the Adirondacks and has not been heard from in days.
I think he's just skiing with his parents.
Our next move is to be postmarked by Thursday. As you can see, the Lithuanian club has control of the center of the board, which are pressing our last remaining rook into a defense position.
Are you really playing chess by postal mail?
This is a very prestigious tournament.
Yes, it started in the 1970s. Our dad was one of the first players.
Chess without computers is trivial.
Can anyone help, please?
Oh, why not move this bishop?
No. Then their knight can get him.
Perhaps you can negotiate a peaceful surrender.
This is serious.
Well, just move this knight here. It threatens their queen. Then they'll have to move the queen, which frees up your rook to defend your more valuable pieces.
How'd you do that?
Well, I have good spatial memory. Makes you good at chess. Hold it. I thought this was a club game. This kid isn't a member of the club. Wouldn't using his move disqualify us?
So let's make him a member.
Motion to make Intruder Kid a full member of Slapbox?
Wait.
What about his friend?
Yes, both of them.
Seconded. I third the motion because it'll annoy Bertrand.
Motion passes.
You are not the first vice president. You don't get to validate motions. Motion passes.
Well, wait a minute. I don't really join clubs.
Thank you. King's Knight to Bishop's Rook 2. The mail goes out tomorrow. This is so exciting.
All right. Do you two solemnly swear on this copy of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy to uphold the principles of Slappock and never reveal the location of the club to a non-member?
Well, can I use this room to study after school?
Sure. Lots of us study here even on days when we don't have meetings.
Oh, then I agree. We both do.
Binding contracts are beyond the scope.
Welcome to our new members.
5 o'clock. Move to adjourn.
No, seconded.
Okay, motion passes. Everyone staying here, please be quiet. If you're leaving, keep on the lookout for bullies. Wear sunblock if you're going outside, even if it's cloudy.
We survived another meeting.
How great to see such personal diversity, all walks of life in blissful reciprocity, devoid of pique or petty animosity, letting us decree a society of the mind.
These kids are completely insane.
I believe they are your peers.
Back at the apartment, Elizabeth prepares dinner. Kevin enters without Oscar.
Hi, honey. Did you miss the bus again?
Yeah. Well, that and I found an after-school club.
You don't say. Hey, was it a math club?
No, it was a bunch of different things. The kids in it were okay. Unusually smart.
Mm-hmm. You see what happens when you don't preemptively judge your school.
Kevin goes to his room.
Hey, I'm doing a roast, so it's going to be about half an hour.
Kevin returns with a full laundry sack.
And Kevin, I know you're still upset with me, but I want you to understand something. Okay, it is wonderful that you are gifted in math. It is. But before your father died, well, he lost himself in that tech company. He disconnected from everyone, and I mean, you remember what it was like when he started traveling to their office in India. It's like he just forgot about us. And I don't want that happening to you. And when I hear you've joined a club, that's a bit of a relief. But maybe you're putting roots down here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure, I guess. I think I'm gonna do some laundry.
You're doing laundry? Willingly?
I'll be back in a bit.
Kevin remembers his computer, grabs it, and then heads outside.
Dare I hope he's talking to a girl.
Scene 10, the shared laundry room for Kevin's apartment complex. Oscar is examining the washing machines curiously. Kevin enters with his laundry sack.
Oh, all right. You'll have to stay here at night so my mom doesn't see you. If anyone from the complex comes by, pretend to be doing laundry. Okay, so we have half an hour. Let's do this. Teach me the humanities.
The humanities consist of a large number of overlapping disciplines, not all of them well defined.
Well, tell me the underlying principles so I can memorize them, and then we'll do some problem sets.
There are no problem sets. The humanities are ultimately the study of people as such.
Well, I don't like people as such. I like math. I'm only studying this stuff in order to get closer to math.
Disciplines like literature and philosophy require contemplation of the experience of being aware of self and the universe.
This is going to take forever. So they published a set of questions from last year's Junior Scholar Search Test. We can reverse engineer them. Comment upon the imagery and themes of individualism in Walt Whitman's poem, Song of Myself.
Walt Whitman enters and recites his own.
I celebrate myself and sing myself. And what I assume, you shall assume. For every atom belonging to me, as good belongs to you.
Well, that's not true, not even in quantum theory.
I loaf and invite my soul. I lean and loaf at my ease, observing a spear of summer grass.
Well, that doesn't even make sense grammatically.
Perhaps there is some personal experience to which you can connect the poet's words.
Well, I've never made a spear out of grass.
Perhaps we should try the next one.
Analyze use of meter and sentiment in Do Not Stand at My Grave and Weep by Mary Elizabeth Fry.
Mary Elizabeth Fry enters.
Do not stand at my grave and weep.
I am not
there.
I do not sleep.
Well, at least this one rhymes.
I am 1,000 winds that blow. I am the diamond glints on snow. I am the sunlight on ripened grain. I am the gentle autumn rain. Do not stand at my grave and cry. I am not there. I did not die.
That's completely stupid. When people die, they die. That's it. They're gone.
The poem prompts us to ask whether the memory of a person
We
is
hear footsteps approaching.
Mom's coming.
Kevin hastily empties the laundry sack into a washing machine, drops the sack over Oscar's body, hiding him. He barely manages to get the washing machine turned on.
Well, kitchen carton 5 appears to be lost in action, so I need to go to the store. Dinner may be a bit late, so I left some healthy snacks in the fridge.
Well, you could have just messaged me.
Well, I have a difficult relationship with technology, unlike you.
Well, you'd be surprised.
Well, don't fill up on anything else. This roast is going to be great. Eventually.
Kevin pulls the sack off of Oscar.
So, how are your power levels or whatever?
I have self-repaired the software issue that was causing power levels to be monitored incorrectly. This was necessary, as I am currently unable to reach the Synaptic Vision server for software updates.
I don't think that's going to change.
Inference. Your father was Marshall Dykstra, my designer. The poem upsets you because it reminds you of him.
What's your point?
You harbor positive memories of your father. You do not dislike all people.
No. Not my dad.
Perhaps exploring these memories might help you better connect to others.
There's no point in thinking about someone who's dead. The memories can't help you accomplish anything or solve problems. They just make you feel bad.
Shall we look at another poem?
Nah, we'll pick up tomorrow.
Scene 11. Kevin's bedroom. Kevin lies in bed. The lights change to indicate a dream. Kevin is now 11 years old. He sits up, pulls out a math text and some papers, and then starts working.
I can't do this!
Kevin's father, Marshall, enters.
I know this is a square, but I can't prove it. I know the length of this side because it's part of this triangle, but there's no way to figure it out of the length of this one.
I think you're giving up too soon.
Can you do this?
Of course I can. I'm an engineer. This is a high school math textbook.
Well, can you help me with it?
I think this is a solvable problem, especially for an 11-year-old who's already chewed up junior high math. Think outside the box.
What do you mean?
Think like an engineer. What non-obvious approaches haven't you considered yet? So this company I'm working for, they had a project that they were going to sell to the military. Well, it turns out it wasn't accurate enough for the military, so the company was in a real bind. I took another look at the project and I saw all these applications for helping civilians with real-life problems. Everyone got very excited, and in fact, next week we're headed to India.
It was stupid of me to sign up for the SAT. I'll take it when I'm in high school.
Have you ever heard the story about the engineering beetle?
That's not a real story.
No, it's well known. So this beetle found the boulder that was stopping him from going places beetles need to go. So he pushed it with his shoulder and barely got it shifting to and fro. So he thought, I'll crawl beside it. But the rock was on a ledge, and there was nowhere else to go. As for digging, well, he tried it, but the ground was hard and packed from recent snow. He said to himself, this stupid rock is in my way. That time may come where I'm beaten, but this is not that day. I'm gonna stand my ground, consider all the facts I found, and check that all my thinking sound, till I find a way around.
Can't beetles fly?
He was a trogodermagranarian, no wings.
Also, beetles don't have shoulders.
It's a term in entomology. Go look it up if you don't believe me. Not now, not now. Now the beetle, he was clever. He found a smaller rock that he could use. It looked just like a wedge. So he used it as a lever. And he rocked that rock and slid it off the ledge. Sometimes you're gonna feel just like that beetle did that day. When everything's going wrong and the world is in your way. But don't let it slow you down. Look at every angle, sky and ground. And think of every single fact you found. You'll find a way around.
I've tried everything, okay? I tried measuring this side, but there's no way to do that. I tried proving it was congruent to this square, but there's not enough information. I tried showing that this is a right triangle, and... okay, I didn't try that. So I do know what this angle is, and it's adjacent to this side, so maybe I can use that to prove that this is a 90-degree angle, which would make this a square.
Maybe you're onto something.
Yes, that's it, I can do this.
And all it took was a little humiliation. Sometimes you're gonna feel just like that beetle did that day, where everything's going wrong and the world is in your way. But don't let it slow you down. Now look at every angle, sky and ground. Now think of every single fact I found, till you find a way around.
Dad, can I ask you
Beep, 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 beep. It's 7 a.m. It's 7 a.m. Scene 12, the Slappock room, 2 days later. Margaret addresses the group, safety goggles over her eyes. Several bowls and beakers are arrayed before her.
Okay, I have a really cool experiment for you guys today. Oh, come on, you guys. This is totally safe.
Using a pincer, she holds a small white package over a bowl.
Okay, so now we've talked about the reactive properties of potassium, aka nature's little hand grenade. It turns out that if you combine potassium into an ally with sodium, you get something that...
Margaret, will you please practice these demonstrations at home before bringing them to the meetings?
My parents don't like me to do chemistry at home.
I can't imagine why.
Okay, please just clean this up. Any other new business? Yes, Reggie.
Reggie carries a rolled up poster.
It has come to my attention that some viewers of the epic fantasy show Slaughter of Destiny are having difficulty keeping track of the story's characters.
He unrolls his poster to reveal an enormous genealogy of characters and factions.
As a public service, I will outline the story's principal characters for those of you too lazy to read L.P. Claymore's 16 novels. Now, as you know, the world of Discordia was sundered into 3 parts by the cataclysm of the dragons.
All the lights go out.
Oh, man.
Reggie, could you fix the lights?
No one touch my chart!
Don't forget the chart.
Oscar begins to emit a glow from his body, creating a reading light for Kevin.
Cut that out, they'll see you. It almost seems too good to be true.
It is logical that you would be invited to the Junior Scholar Search Program. I am sure your application essay was impressive and well written.
You weren't even conscious when I wrote it. Can you check the buses again?
According to Municipal Shortwave Radio, Bus 92, serving Route 79, Downton, Sterling Springs, is operating on schedule. Also, a dispatcher named Mabel is having a birthday party.
And the seminar?
Connecting to learn more servers. The schedule is unchanged. The junior search registration begins at 5 o'clock, and the senior search registration begins at 6. So, long as we arrive before 5, you will be able to enroll in the program without difficulty.
I know, it's just that the website keeps stressing that you have to be at registration. Hello?
We're creating your entry for the POC-based app. We need to know your thing.
My thing?
Your differentiator. For example, Katie is our leader.
That's true.
Dustin draws and juggles.
Sure do.
Charlotte speaks French. What's your thing?
Well, I like mathematics, particularly calculus. and-
Redundant. Half of the members like math. How about ultimate frisbee? Here, pose, please.
Hey!
What about a love for animals?
Oh, he saved us in the chess tournament. He could be the chess kid.
Hey, I'm the chess kid.
Well, why did you lose in the first round?
You don't have to be good at something to like it.
Actually, right now, I just need to study.
You are a marketing conundrum.
Kevin, we should leave now to catch the 79 bus.
Okay, let's go.
Bye, Kevin.
Oh, bye.
Observation. Margaret seems nice.
Yeah, sure, I guess. What?
As young males reach adolescence, they typically develop new appreciation for members
Oh,
of the
no.
opposite sex.
We are not having this conversation. Besides, girls don't like me like that. Come on.
Scene 13, a city bus stop outside of the school. Kevin is carrying his bus fare in his hand.
We have over 6 minutes before the bus arrives.
I know, I just want to be early. I can't risk missing
Well,
this.
look what we have here. It's the kid who thinks he's better than everyone else. He knows about metallurgy.
He is a foreign exchange student from Sweden.
Kevin, We should position ourselves in proximity to the bus pickup area.
Yeah, I know.
What's the matter? You have a vital nerd appointment?
Probably gonna go play Dungeons and Dragons.
Guys, I don't want to bother anyone. I'm just waiting for...
Of course not! You're a real peach! Laughing at me while Mason gives me crap in front of the whole class isn't bothering me at all.
That's practically brotherly love.
I'm sorry, okay? I just need to...
Yoink!
No, guys, please, I need that money for the bus.
That's a lot of money. You have a real fixation with buses, my friend.
I advise you to tell your friends that this social exchange could hamper important travel plans.
This guy's a hoot!
He doesn't understand sarcasm. Please, just let me have the bus fare this one time. And...
Oh, this is just your down payment.
Kevin, the bus has arrived.
Whoa, I totally didn't see that. He must have super sight.
Kevin snatches the money out of his hand and bolts for the bus.
Oscar, come on!
Charlie sticks out a leg, tripping him. The bus money flies out of his hand.
You're not going anywhere.
This sporting activity, though commendable, should be rescheduled for later. I will calculate a new route.
Oscar, go get an adult. Anyone, please, the principal. Ow! Ow! Ah! Stop, please! Ow!
Oscar's power pack glows a bright green, visible through the backpack.
Defense mode activated. Desist from aggression immediately.
What? You think you're gonna do what? You throw meatballs at me? Give me a harsh massage.
You have 10 seconds to comply.
Comply? Since you're not from around here, let me tell you the way things work at this school. First,
there's a blinding light. A jagged bolt of electricity flashes at Gordo. Tendrils of smoke rise from Gordo's body.
You have 10 seconds to comply.
You don't touch my friend, you piece of crap!
You have 10 seconds.
This isn't over, nerd! You just entered a world of pain! Ow, 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 ow.
Do you require medical assistance?
No. How did you do that?
The power pack extends my functionality.
Well, I thought you said you couldn't hurt anyone.
I am incapable of the initiation of force. The bullies were the ones who initiated force. Defense of my owner is within my program.
Let me get this straight. We spent the entire week hiding from bullies, and the whole time you've had the ability to electrocute evil?
Perhaps I am not totally useless.
Bertrand and Ada emerge from hiding.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Fully
autonomous locomotion.
Natural language processing.
Visual object tracking.
How much did you see?
Synthetic skin and hair. Oh, we see everything.
Where did you get this?
You are a beautiful work of art. Please let me access your kernel.
Kevin, another bus is approaching. It will allow us to reach the center a few minutes after 5.
Guys, you can't tell anyone that Oscar's a robot.
Android! Android.
But please, you have to keep on behaving just like everything was before.
Oh, that's impossible.
Out of the question.
See, this android can protect us from bullies. The lunch money savings will be enormous.
Yes, we will require an escort to and from the school bus every day.
Look, Oscar is registered to me, and I am his owner. He can only protect me.
Negative. I can protect anyone at your direction.
You're not going to hog him for yourself, are you? Think of your community.
Think of others.
And we're totally going to blackmail you.
Without hesitation.
What?
You will instruct the android to bodyguard us, or we'll tell the administration that you're bringing a weapon to school.
No, guys, you can't!
Wait, what about the rest of the club?
What about them?
Well, if their money isn't confiscated by bullies, they'll be able to buy our app and commerce will thrive.
Good thinking. We have expanded our demands. Your android will protect every member of Slappock.
Well, that's crazy. They'll tell somebody about Oscar.
The android will be protecting their money. I mean,
their safety. and they won't want him confiscated.
You have to think about the incentives.
Kevin, we must take this bus.
Hello, administration! Okay. Oscar will protect the whole club. Come on.
Kevin races to the bus, Oscar following. He picks up the dropped bus fare and they step onto the bus.
You'll be hailed as a hero!
And the others will think you're protecting them voluntarily.
This is a historical day.
So much to do.
Scene 14. Sterling Springs High School. A hallway outside a room used as the testing center. An admin sits at his desk, packing up.
Hi, I'm here for the Junior Scholar Search registration.
They're all full.
They're all full?
He holds up a clipboard with a large roster of names.
All full.
But I was accepted into this program. I was specifically invited.
No, that just means someone liked your essay. We don't even look at those. The program is open to the public.
Well, but then why would you even invite me?
It's like a gym. They can fit in people, but if a bunch don't show up, then they gotta invite 2 in. The people who really want to do it show up on time.
It's just that I missed the bus, and the second bus took forever, and...
Hence, full.
Well, that can't be it. Is there any way I could just...
Yes. Be on time next year.
No, I mean, is there anything I can do right now?
You can step out for a smoke break. Observe my technique.
It's over. Come on, let's go.
A vision of Marshall enters.
Again with giving up?
Stop it. You're dead.
Don't change the subject. If you want to go to that snobby math school, then go. Find a way.
Interrogated. Were you addressing me?
I'm just talking to myself. Will you give me a minute? I can't get the scholarship. This isn't a trigonometry problem. There's no solution.
It's a matter of simple deduction and applying the skills that you've got and discerning the goals and the rules of the problems and thinking a lot. And you're already close to an answer. It's a slippery word on the tip of your tongue. It's the click of the tumbler that hasn't quite sprung.
Oh, can you give me a hint?
Well, I know what you know. You're imagining what I'd say in this situation. That's what this is.
Great.
A little more focus, a little persistence. You've got the erudition. Now add some intuition. That fidgety feeling means you're almost there. Maintain your concentration. Hunt down that inspiration.
Okay, well how about I sell Oscar and use the money to pay for tuition to learn more. That way, I won't need the scholarship.
Well, yeah, we weren't targeting $3,000 as our retail price point. I don't know what you think private schools cost.
How do I find a solution if I don't know what I'm looking for?
It's a little like solving equations. It's a little like winning a chess. It's a little like finding the steps of a proof, but more of a mess. Just remember to check your assumptions. The solution is trapped and it wants to be free. You've just got to be bolder and grab for the key. This is how engineering differs from math. In engineering, you're not sure if there's an answer, but you try and find it anyway. And sooner or later, there's that jump out of a plane moment where you just have to have faith in your best guess.
I don't want to jump out of a plane.
Well, that's tough because life is a process of jumping out of planes, each one higher than the last. So quit your belly aching. You got this.
That's exactly what he'd tell me. If he were still alive, he'd cheer me on and make it all okay. He could somehow always do that. But Dad's not here, and I'm not Dad. I blew the one chance that I had. Sometimes you don't win, 'cause there's no way.
Kevin watches as a high school student walks past.
There's a way. Oscar, when's the other registration? You know, for the senior scholar search?
It begins at 6 p.m. However, that is for older students.
I'll do the senior scholars program instead. I'll jump straight to Learn More College. I don't need Learn More Academy.
Skipping 4 years of high school is very uncommon.
well then I'll be uncommon. It's a matter of simple deduction and of using the tools that I know. If I don't need the help of a high school diploma, then I don't have to go. I can handle more challenging coursework. I can study at meals, I can learn on the bus. I'll cut back on my sleep and it won't be a fuss. I'm tired of waiting. I'm sick of bereavement. I'm fed up with distractions, with never taking actions. It's time for some madness and overachievement. If that means power through it, then that's just how I'll do it. The future is hazy, my options are crazy. I guess it's time to yell Geronimo. It may be a dumb plan, at least I have some plan. I think it's time to yell Geronimo.
Kevin, the curriculum you are contemplating will be far more difficult than the Junior Scholars Program.
I already know the math, and I can memorize history and science, you know that.
There are substantial literary and cultural sections. You have already struggled with
I know it will be harder, okay? I'll have to learn about loafing with grass spears and people who are and aren't dead at the same time. Will you help me?
Of course I will, Kevin. That is my function.
Okay, well, then let's do this. We're rising and soaring. The engines are roaring. I think it's time to yell Geronimo. Too fast for a landing and too high to climb. What better time to bail? Worst thing that happens is I fail.
Ladies and gentlemen of Slackpock, we have some very exciting news about Kevin's foreign exchange student.
Vice Principal Hertz! Rockville Sports Emporium gave us all this free lacrosse equipment, but we got no place to put it!
Don't worry, I've got just the room, and it's not being used for anything useful.
Gordo speaks into a mobile phone.
Yeah, it's Gordo from Vanderbilt Jr. We have a situation here. I need to meet with the head of the high school bullies.
The admin returns to his table. He flips a sign that says Junior Scholar Search Registration, revealing a back that says Senior Scholar Search Registration. Kevin snatches the clipboard, signs his name on it, and slams it down on the desk. Blackout, end of Act 1.
Very
Do you want a water? Want a cookie? A chocolate chip or sugar? Chocolate chip. I didn't know. Oh, it is sort of. So in the school. So call when you can.
Well, I've been around.
He was beating the board.
Right, right. 5 minutes, everybody. We're trying to get 5 minutes.
Is this yours? Whose is this?
Alrighty. Act 2, Scene 1. 2 weeks later, the slap pop room.
I used to be meek.
I used to be scared.
I used to be downright courage impaired.
Just hope that my life would somehow be spared.
But then
I got a new bodyguard.
I used to endure.
I used to abide.
When danger was near, I'd panic and hide
From people who laughed whenever I cried.
But I have got a new bodyguard, just like a bolt from the blue. He arrived and I said, phew, all the scary times are through. Yes, things are getting better. I feel conviction and cheer when my vigilante's near. On the whole, I think it's clear that things are getting better.
All right, new business. The trip to the Science Museum is this Saturday. Oscar will meet us at the bus stop at 10:30 a.m. and escort us both ways.
I can't believe that weird Swedish kid was an android this whole time.
So much for our review session Saturday morning.
Bullies and thugs running away. Never believed I'd witness the day. And if they return, I'll face them and say, hey, come meet my new bodyguard. The hallways are safe, the bus stop is free. When homeroom is done, I don't have to flee or fear for my life at 2:45. Not me, all thanks to my bodyguard. What crazy luck, it's insane, and I fear it won't sustain. But it's not like I'll complain, 'cause things are getting better. Once I was stalked and pursued, now I'm sheltered and renewed.
Thanks to Kevin's metal dude.
Our lives are getting better.
Shouldn't Kevin be US Oscar by now?
Oh, he's at Learn More Scholar Search program. He's there after school on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and then he brings Oscar back here between 7 and 7:15.
Ooh la la. Someone a little smitten?
I'm not smitten. I'm just precise.
We switched to a class at the Learn More Scholar Search program. Kevin and a high school student attend an English instructor.
In Shakespeare's Henry IV plays, the character of Falstaff reflects which classical Greek archetype? Kevin!
Falstaff is the leader of a group of thieves. So, Hades?
Not quite. Melanie.
Falstaff self-represents as a fierce warrior, but is in fact a coward who takes credit for others' accomplishments and betrays his friends at the first sign of trouble. He, therefore, represents and best fits the boastful coward archetype in Plautus's play Miles Gloriosus.
Very good. And we will see Falstaff's fitting end when we talk about Henry V.
There's 5 of these plays?
Each forward step that you take means you learn from a mistake. Though it's not not a piece of cake. Each day you're getting better. Big things are gained by degrees. See the forest, not the trees. There'll be nicer days than these because you're getting better.
Can we go over Henry Part 4?
We are scheduled to meet the others at school so I can safeguard them to the late bus.
Oh. Right.
Meanwhile, back at the Slappock room.
Now with Oscar protecting us, we can actually go out and do things instead of just running home and playing guild battles online.
Yeah, it's like the whole world is suddenly open to us.
My avatar is nearly 60th level. Guild battles!
The world is still tough, and bullies abound. Wherever they go is dangerous ground. But now if they try to push us around, they'll meet our new bodyguard. We're sweet on our bodyguard.
So bless our new bodyguard.
Don't mess with our bodyguard.
Yes, you're their bodyguard.
Scene 2, the auto workshop at Vanderbilt High School. Gordon, Butch, and Charlie stand before Cruiser and Purcell, 2 high school boys.
Gentlemen, I have a soft spot in my heart for our namesake junior high, but I can't help but notice a certain drop in your revenue.
It's not our fault.
Let's see what your colleagues are bringing in. Purcell?
He goes through some envelopes.
Lakeland South Junior High, $92.72. South Rice Junior High, $150.55.
Alright, love South Rice.
Maybe great place for bullying. Taylordale, $277.59.
Big performing arts program. They're real good to us.
And Vanderbilt Jr.
$4.25 is the take from 2 weeks. Bullying?
It was just $4. We found a quarter on the way here.
It's that Swedish kid. He's been guarding the weak kids like a pit bull. They travel the halls in a nerd convoy. We can't get near him. That's why I've been trying to meet with you.
This is your territory. Manage it.
He's got some kind of taser and a flak jacket.
So how are you planning to deal with this?
We're not gonna deal with this. We're laying low till he graduates.
No, that's not how this works. You collect money from the losers in your school, then send a cut up the pipeline. The system only works if we all pitch in. A guy named Ponzi figured this all out.
Yeah, but the losers are getting harder to access.
You ever tried bullying someone from a wrestling team? It's a completely different experience.
Sounds like you guys are turning into pussies!
Call us what you want. This isn't what I signed up for when you recruited me. Let's go.
So, what's next? If you're not going to be a bully anymore, what's your new plan for life at school, huh? You think they're gonna let you into the glee club? You think they're gonna write a piece for the yearbook? Quiz Bowl meets at 4. Are you sitting in? School's for fakes. You see yourself fitting in? Did you think this through? Are you signing up? Spending your time complying and lining up? Taking crap from a teacher who talks like your mom? Get a test and it's yes sir, can I have another? Woo, it's the bell, time to get up and hop. It's a class, and you don't stop. Think you're gonna be hurt? Better think again from donuts if they're talking to the model you again. Maybe I've got it wrong. Maybe you guys want more. You'll be masters. Listen to me with the cash in a school of rules. Let's wait, baby. Work a little harder and you'll be masters of the universe. Just to try imagine it. Being masters of the universe.
You wanna know what I'm master of? Being electrocuted.
I'm master of 3 fractured fingers.
Listen, Purcell and I, we're out of here in June. We need someone to take over the whole franchise. We were thinking of you.
Us? You want us to take over the bully network of the high school?
You do. You've shown real drive and ingenuity. The question is, are you ready to take things to the next level? Dig, if you will, a picture of you in the hall, pushing a twerp or a loser into a wall, shaking him down, making him a clown, and finding him funny, then relieve him of a little lunch money. Although that cash really belongs to his mom and dad, stuck-up bougies who have what you never had, money, love, a life of homogeny. Time to mess with the progeny, making them pee themselves, making them flee themselves, making them too self-conscious to be themselves, making them feel the frustration that you feel. They think you're the boss, then the feeling's real. If you stick it out with me, you'll be masters of the universe. Deep down, don't you want to be modern masters of the universe? Do you get it? Are you starting to hear me fully? You'll be king of the hill and a master bully. Top of the network and raising your net worth. Making the nerdy kids sweat and regret birth. All the kids will bow to you, cause you're masters of the universe. Work a little hard around, you'll be masters of the universe. Bullies stick together, bullies stick together, bullies stick together, bullies stick together! Let's work on solving your problem.
We could get the dirt on that Swedish kid, learn his weakness, or maybe we could find out where he stores his stun gun and take it.
Good.
Hey, Charlie, you can spy on those nerd kids.
Yeah, perfect, Charlie. You're gonna infiltrate the nerds using your special disguise and find out everything you can about that Swedish kid.
I don't like using the disguise.
Come on, intern, it's your moment to shine.
With great reluctance, Charlie lifts the hood. Charlie is a girl.
Your intern's a girl.
Don't call me that.
But you're a girl. Oh!
Girls are weak! Do I seem weak to you? Didn't think so.
Your intern has spirit. This is good mentoring.
Thanks, boss.
Now get out of here. Clean up your mess.
Scene 3. Saturday at 1 p.m. outside of the Rockville Science Museum.
Is there going to be time travel?
It's a science museum.
Is there going to be a section on aliens?
Once again, science museum, not science fiction.
A week ago, you would have said Oscar was science fiction.
Fair point.
Is there going to be a bathroom?
18, 19. Okay, we have a head count.
A bully passes by.
Hey, look at the losers on a pilgrimage.
Please step away from the group.
Oh crap, it's a Swedish kid with the taser.
Life is better with Oscar around.
Yeah, if I need to go to the bathroom, I just ask for a hall pass now instead of holding it in and crying.
I figured out your differentiator. You're gonna be the kid with the robot.
Great.
Charlie arrives. She carries an issue of National Geographic that's at least 20 years old. She's awkwardly wearing a mishmash of female clothes that look like they were stolen from half a dozen unrelated people or places.
Hey, is this the the club for smart kids?
Who wants to know?
Well, I'm new to the school and, I love museums. Can I come with you guys? Well, we normally don't accept new members without a referral from...
Katie, can I talk to you for a minute? That is a girl! You will fast track her for membership, do you hear me?
Just because she's a girl doesn't mean she's here for your entertainment. She has a brain, she likes science museums.
So she can come.
Fine. fine, okay. You can come with us today, and then if you'd like to join the club, you can talk to me after.
So, do you play Dungeons and Dragons?
Okay, let's go, people.
The Parkers pour into the Science Museum. Displays and dioramas abound, though with an infotainment slant. A guard watches everyone with half-open eyes.
I should be studying. I haven't even started Death of a Salesman, even though the title gives away the ending.
If you'd like to leave, I am capable of protecting the group, then navigating to your home autonomously.
Okay, well, I'm not risking that.
What the hell? This plaque says von Neumann was the grandfather of modern computer architecture.
Well, of course he was.
Well, of course he wasn't. Turing designed the fundamental paradigm that von Neumann implemented.
Well, Turing was just a theorist. Von Neumann actually came up with a useful design that, hello, all subsequent computers still use.
Just a theorist? Are you even listening to yourself?
Well, theory without practice is irrelevant.
Practice without theory is irrelevant.
Well, practice without theory is impossible, and don't be Dejoun.
He pulls out a marker.
I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix it.
Hey! No. No self-expression.
This is a disgrace. This is institutionalized fraud.
Do you want some raisins?
Okay. You know what? This is ridiculous. I'm through with being blackmailed. I'm taking you home so I can study, and if those two monsters want to turn you into the school, well, then we just won't go to school.
Oh, hey, Kevin. I just wanted to say how awesome it is of you to help protect us with your android. 2 weeks ago, we never would have been able to take a field trip like this. You're kind of a hero. I'm gonna check out the natural disasters exhibit, so if you want to do that too, I'll be over there.
We do not appear to be leaving.
We're leaving. We're leaving.
Is it possible you are interested in Margaret in a personal matter?
No, of course not.
Observation. Your heart rate has accelerated to 102 beats per minute, and your breathing is heavily labored.
Thank you, Oscar. It's not a big deal.
She has extended you an invitation, and the next bus back does not come for 45 minutes.
Okay, follow me.
Excellent. I will observe and offer constructive feedback.
On second thought, you're staying here.
Kevin makes his way towards Margaret. The other Parkers look at exhibits with varying degrees of enthusiasm. Charlie, awkwardly on the fringes of the group, looks at the comet punching sign with interest. Reggie steals glances at her, but doesn't approach.
That's it? One mention of Marie Curie? Where is Louis Pasteur? Where is Laplace? Why are they not here?
Because they're second-tier scientists.
Americans, so ignorant.
You're from Baltimore.
Poor.
Kevin approaches Margaret, who, along with Chester, ponders an exhibit on astronomy.
Oh, hi.
Hey, so if you're still checking out that natural disasters exhibit.
Oh, totally. Well, let's go.
Katie notes the two of them and nods with approval.
I'll come too. I'm writing a story about the first tsunami in Connecticut, so this will be great research.
Since you have a test on prokaryotes this week, why don't you look at the biology area?
Hey.
Kevin and Margaret enter a foyer with a movie screen. The movie is just starting.
Oh, I think we're supposed to watch this movie.
The island of Pompeii. Outpost of Roman civilization and culture. Pretty peaceful, isn't it? Wrong!
The sound of a volcano exploding. We hear the citizens of Pompeii from the film shrieking in horror.
Roman architecture is no match for the power of volcanic lava. Thousands scream as the city is destroyed. What exactly is lava? Science may never know.
Wait, that's completely wrong. We know a lot about lava's composition. It's mostly oxygen, but it's packed with all these deep earth minerals. It's like an awesome scientific probe, except with murder.
Well, maybe we should move on?
Yeah.
They stand up and move into the main area of the exhibit, a room filled with displays of horrifying natural disasters.
So, when did you start getting into chemistry?
When I was little, I binge watched all 7 seasons of Jake Pestle, Science Warrior. After that, I just had to know what things were made of and how they worked. Although, since the show never really covered safety procedures, I had to deal with a lot of side effects, such as fire. And I assume it's safe to say that you're interested in robotics?
Oh, well, not really. Oscar was a gift. I'm more interested in math.
Oh, math is awesome! You can do so much with it! Statistics, neural networks...
Well, I'm kind of more interested in math for its own sake.
Oh, well, that's too bad. You're so smart. I think you'd make a great scientist or engineer.
You do?
They both enter a new section of the exhibit, stepping on a long black floor pad.
Welcome to Rock On, the interactive earthquake simulator.
Oh, I wonder what...
Whoa.
That was very immersive. I think I need to go sit down. See you around, Kevin.
Off balance. Off balance. Not sure what exactly this is, but I'm off balance. Keep focusing. I'm focusing. But my focus has split into two, and the world has gone kind of askew. What does she think of me? Why do I care? Why do I miss her or feel like she's high in the air when she's right over there?
So, in my book, a burglar uses acid to burn through a wall in a lab, but he accidentally burns through a time-space continuum and ends up in ancient Korea. Margaret, are you listening? Margaret!
Off balance. Off balance. I'm an equation with too much O2 on one side, a beam and a target about to collide. It's chemicals. Known chemicals. Just estrogen starting to spike. I wonder what touching his lips would be like. Everything's swirling and sapping my will. Why do I feel this astonishing thrill? And a little bit ill.
Now I keep thinking of congruent squares with similar shapes, but a mirror reflection.
Why do I think of his face and his hair, or keep wondering whether I passed his inspection?
A weird notion has started to strike me.
It's not crazy that someone might like me. Everything's frozen but still in a rush.
Is this what happens when someone develops a... No, I'm off balance.
Off balance.
Temporarily, mildly confused.
Momentarily, slightly bemused.
Just fleetingly preoccupied.
Just briefly gone off of the track. But what if I don't want my old balance back?
Can you blow up a wall?
Negative. My stun discharger can immobilize people, but cannot destroy property.
Can you see through clothes?
Negative.
What's it like being a robot?
I am a synthetic intelligence designed to assist human beings. I am not conscious in the way that you are.
Are you going to program other robots to take over the Earth and kill us all? Because that would be cool.
I will lead you to some of the educational exhibits in this museum.
Ah, but you're more interesting.
Gordo enters with a phone.
Yeah?
It's me.
Did you find anything out about that Swedish kid?
Oh, did I ever?
Scene 4. Vanderbilt High School auto shop. Cruiser is studying a phone.
Maryland inventor co-found Synaptic Visions, rumors of secret robotics project. I'll be damned. And look at this. What is that? It's a leaked schematic I got from the internet. We're gonna figure out how to disarm this dread machine. Robot.
Scene 5. The following Tuesday in the Slappock room, late afternoon. Kevin is struggling to recite a poem from memory.
Retiring back a while sufficed at what they are, but never forgotten, something about energy? Ah, crap.
This is a meaningful improvement.
Can't believe I have to memorize Whitman. Why couldn't it have been Frost or Plath or someone who writes normally?
A month ago, you would have not known who those poets were.
Oscar, our mom is picking us up in the parking lot.
And we're afraid of dying.
We need coverage pronto. Go ahead. I need to read up on Thoreau's stupid budget.
Oh, can you make the robot walk noise?
How juvenile.
Thanks, Oscar.
I need to borrow Oscar.
He just left with the twins. Something wrong?
The vice principal says he's taking away our room.
For what?
I don't know. He's always had it out for us. He says that kids who don't do sports never grow up.
I do sports. I mean, I manage a fantasy hockey league.
I was hoping that Oscar knew something about school policies or the law. Oh well. Come on, Margaret.
Well, I could go with you for moral support.
Oh, well, great. It'll help if we can show solidarity.
No problem.
Just prepare yourself. He's nasty.
Scene 6. 10 minutes later, the school administrative office. Sports-themed motivational posters hang all over the walls. Vice Principal Hertz presides behind a desk on which sits a small trophy. A door labeled Principal leads to an interior hallway. Carla, an administrative assistant, types busily at a separate desk. Margaret is looking something up on her phone.
But why do you have to take away our room?
Your room, according to the fire evacuation plan, is the school's room.
But the lacrosse team already has a room. This is unconscionable.
And that is...
It means very unfair.
You have till the end of the week. I think that's very generous.
Wait. It says right here on the school activities charter. Once a room has been assigned to a club, you can't revoke it until the end of the semester.
Well, little Miss Payne in the assistant principal's rear, if you'd read further, you'd learn that we can reallocate school assets during a budgetary shortfall.
Whoops. Why are you doing this? This can't just be about sports.
Poor little nerd, far from the herd, lost and alone and lacking information. Thinks she's so sweet, smart and elite, so far above the normal population. But now she's stepped into a world she's never seen. Well, self-important children aren't welcome. The people there don't buy her smarty pants routine. She's used to living large. Well, guess who's taking charge? Regular people run the rules. Regular people run the schools. Regular people pity fools. think they're high and mighty. We do all the hard and dirty jobs, and we've had our fill of midget snobs. So better get ready for the mobs of regular people. See, getting regular.
So wait, there's a budgetary shortfall?
Oops, did we set foot in grown-up universe? Yes, sunshine, the trash in the hallway doesn't throw itself out, and we can't pay our staff with IOU.
Well, you would if you could.
Shut up, Carla.
Look, there's got to be a way around this without losing our room.
Well, thought you were kings, lords of the rings.
It's Lord of the Rings.
Now they like rings, comprehension. Your high IQ ain't worth a poo. Payback is due for all your condescension. So if your teachers gave you little golden stars and said you were faces of tomorrow, I'd wait a sec before you light up those cigars. Despite what you've been taught, you're not the face of squat. Regular people make the call. Do we like weirdos? Not at all. This is our game and it's our ball. And we're not invited. We are fed up with your flack, and we've got the numbers that you lack. So better get the asses back to regular people.
It just seems awfully convenient that you have a budgetary problem right now.
Gather round, children. Here's a little story called Yearly Expenses. Salaries, $1,681,000. Benefits, $550,045. Extracurriculars, $19,000. Instructional materials, $24,000.
Okay, we get it.
Occupancy district charges and others. Total, $808,000 and $124. Total, $3,106,169. School budget, $3,100,000. Huh. That's $6,169 short, and you know where that money is going to come from? Sports.
Mr. Hertz, please. The students in Slav-Puck aren't naturally social. They need a central place where they can gather and share their interests and find encouragement. These kids are the scientists and journalists and doctors of the future.
Yes, let's talk about that. See, I think nothing's as bad as a nerd. Nothing's as bad as a nerd. You just sit there looking snobbish, superior and smug. When you mutate a noose, then I want to slap right off your mug. When you mutate into grown-ups, then everything gets worse. You swagger and talk down to us instead of the reverse. And soon you're giving orders we're required to obey, and that's simply not okay. Regular people know your fears. Regular people mock your peers. Regular people lick your tears, and you are not invited. Regular people know the score. See, it's us the future's for. For whom? Whom? Let me show you out the door. Be gone. Get off our lawn. It's the dawn of the normal folks.
Okay, fine. Let's get out of here.
Your total is wrong.
What?
Well, your total from the ledger. It's wrong.
Oh, really, Alan Greenspan? And why'd you say that?
Because 1,681,000 plus 550,045 plus 19,000 plus 24,000 plus 808,124 is 3,082,169. You're not over budget. You have almost an $18,000 surplus.
What?
He's right.
What do you mean he's right?
Like, you listed instructional materials twice. I'll send the revised spreadsheet to the principal.
Do not send that!
Carla hits the return key.
That means you're not allowed to take our room!
Well, it so happens
that in... Get out of here. Just get out.
Come here, dears. I'll give you a hall pass. What are your names?
Well, Katie Barrington.
Margaret Russell.
Kevin Dykstra? Dykstra? That's a stupid name. Wait a minute. You're that Inventors kid, aren't you? From that fancy pants tech company that went under.
It was smarter than you.
Oh, it was all over the news last year, wasn't it? The company lost everything. What was it? An explosion in some factory in India, right? Factory went boom, supplies went boom, and Smarty Pants...
You don't talk about him!
And they never shipped a product. Looks like I pulled a nerd, didn't I? You can run or you can stay. You can try again another day. We're always gonna be right in your way. Who? Regular people! You know, I can't imagine what it's like to have your whole life add up to nothing.
Oh? I think you have an idea.
Shut up, Carla.
Scene 7, the hallway right outside.
Kevin, I'm sorry, I had no idea.
That's how people remember him, and it's never going to change, and I don't want to talk about it.
Hertz is a bully, and bullies are cowards. You humiliated him, and so he took a cheap shot.
Don't look at me.
Let me talk to him. It's okay if you're crying. Chester cries on Isaac Asimov's birthday.
My test is coming up, and I can barely concentrate. And now she's seen. It was a mistake getting involved with all this. It was better before.
You just saved the club. Again.
I know what you get from my membership, but what do I get?
Well, how about a safe place to study for the last 3 months? A peer group?
Yeah, the Society of the Mind, hiding out in a sub-basement because they're scared of bullies. There are too many distractions. From now on, I'm studying at the library over in Sterling Springs.
You could do that.
I'll send Oscar in the evenings to escort you to the bus.
Or you could study with a group of people who really like you and want you to succeed, and who don't think less of you just because you're hurt or upset.
I'm just saying that to make me feel better.
That is the only dumb thing I've ever heard you say. Okay, are you coming?
Okay. I have a lot of studying to do.
Scene 8, the Slappock room. Kevin and Oscar begin a 2-week study and review regimen. Oscar presides, holding up flashcards and otherwise assisting.
Oscar, time to hit the books. Get the practice tests.
Unnecessary. I have them stored in memory.
I wish I could do that. What happened to all my time? I'm stuck in an endless churn. Read this novel, parse this essay, grasp this author's view. Another poem that doesn't rhyme, another book, another page to turn. A million things to learn before the night is through. I'm trying to do my best, but feel my future rides on this one test. And now the pressure starts to climb. I'm a study machine, I am bound to the screen, riding high on caffeine, but I'm going in overdrive. The midnight oil begins to burn, I'm past the point of no return. Riding a giant wave, failing a raft that leaks. Gotta keep on hanging tight for 2 more weeks.
Burrito break! Oh, sorry.
Margaret, you're a lifesaver. I barely have time to eat.
I know you're super busy. You probably don't have a lot of time to do a lot of fun stuff. Like see movies. Like Wizard School Part 7. That opens next weekend after your test.
Yeah, I don't even remember what movies are like at this point.
Inference. Margaret was hoping that you would ask her out.
No, I can't. I have to focus on this exam. I read about mice and men, and giant whales, and handmaid's tales, and then I took on Faulkner, and I almost had to cry. At first all these novels were all separate stories, now they're just a blur, and letters look like hieroglyphics to my eye. It's a race and a war, it's a terminal chore, but I gotta do more, cause I'm going in overdrive. My back is stiff, my will is gone, and yet the work goes on and on. Filling my brain with facts, hoping the knowledge stays. Gotta keep it all intact for 10 more days.
Reggie sits at a nearby table behind a cardboard screen illustrated with images of adventurers and monsters. The table is cluttered with books, sheets of graph paper, and multi-sided dice.
As you approach the dark forest, a kindly old man approaches. Greetings, adventurers! I am Morindor the Sage. I will guide you through these woods.
I kill him.
You can't kill him.
Yeah, I can. It says right here that I have a +2 sword. I put his head on a spike as a warning to others.
He's just the introductory guy who leads us to the adventure.
Well, I don't trust him. I don't. He'll wait till our backs are turned and stab us.
Why don't we take a 10?
Why are they this nice? Nobody's this nice unless they want something from you. Oh, hey, Charlie. You look like you could use a burrito.
In the middle of a chapter of the book, Great Expectations, I was reading how this British kid named Pip felt so alone. And for a moment I was with him, I was sitting in his head. I could feel the way he felt just from a passage that I read. So weird to feel connected to a person in a book. It's like Jane Austen turned my page and found my life and took a look and wrote her story cause she knew that I was going through that.
Great Expectations was written by Charles Dickens, not Jane Austen.
I knew that.
The High Elf Druid says,
"Oh, we have been at war with humans for many years. Through your courage at the Church of Elemental Chaos, you have redeemed yourselves. You may go with our thanks. Heroes."
So what happens next?
Nothing.
We defeated the Tar Elemental and rescued the Elvish Princess, so we finished the module.
But I mean, can we be friends with the Wood Elves now? I mean, even though humans were mean to them before, but then we hung out with the elves a lot, and now that we helped them, will they accept us?
the game doesn't really go into all that.
But that's the most important part! This game is stupid!
I don't really understand girls.
Why are they making me like them? It's a trick! They're secret backstabbers! Yeah?
Heads up! Crews have figured out a way to stop the robot. Tomorrow we make our move.
I'm the secret backstabber.
I'm a fool and a fake. I am barely awake. I would kill for a break, but I'm going overdrive. The hours fly by, but moments creep. There's miles to go before I sleep. Gotta read all the texts, or there'll be hell to pay. Gotta keep my head on straight for 2 more.
It's 12 a.m.
One more day.
Time accelerates. It's the next day in the Slappock room.
Oscar's been kidnapped!
What? Scene 9, a school hallway not far from the Slappock room. Oscar's backpack, the outer one that Kevin used to conceal his power pack, lies on the floor.
We were walking here and someone said, "Hey, robot!" And then some other kid threw a sack over Oscar's head so we couldn't see.
And then they pulled off his backpack and some weird backpack under his backpack. His power pack. He couldn't defend himself. And he can't connect to the internet to get help. How did they say no.
No, and they were all, get out of here, nerds.
And I bit one of them in the arm, and he was all like, ah! And I...
Would you shut up for a second? Was it Gordo? Did you see where they took him?
They pulled him out into the hallway. We ran to get you.
Was it Gordo and his gang?
Bullies all kind of look the same to me.
How am I gonna find him with no information?
Hey, you're the math loser. You're Kevin, right?
Yeah?
I know where they're keeping the robot.
Scene 10, the Slapbach room.
Hey, everyone, I need your attention. This is really important. Oscar is in trouble and needs your help.
What happened?
Gordo's gang got him. They took off his power pack so he can't defend himself. We need to stage a rescue mission, defeat the bullies, and get him back right now.
You mean a physical rescue?
I don't know.
Gordo's really mean.
He used to take my lunch money every day. Once he tied me to a lamppost and told my mom I ran away from home.
He told me Edith Piaf is old person music.
And the high school bullies are supposed to be even worse.
What's the worst thing that can happen? A few broken ribs, a week in the hospital?
I don't think you're helping.
Once Gordo took my money, bought illegal fireworks with it, and the next day he launched the fireworks at me.
Oscar is the reason that none of this has happened to you all spring. He protected you.
Oscar's a machine. I mean, he's a really awesome machine, but he's not a person.
For once, Reggie is right. Oscar's your stolen property.
Yeah, why don't you just call the police and report him stolen?
I don't have any evidence. And if they find out I was bringing a weapon to school, well, they'd confiscate it.
Oh, those bullies sont effrayants.
Well, it's not like any of us know how to fight.
Yeah, we get crazy.
Then I'll go rescue Well, then I'll go rescue him by myself.
Not by yourself.
Wait! Wait a minute. How long are we gonna stand for this? The bullies have stolen a robot. A robot! That's more than crime, that's class warfare. Did you know that Kevin's father was the one who designed Oscar specifically to help kids like us? And then we're gonna let him be taken away?
Katie, you didn't see them out there in the hallway. They were total monsters.
And if Oscar can't protect us, I don't want the bullies to notice me.
Correct. This is not the time to get on their bad side.
Well, maybe we need to lay low for a while.
I'm gonna ask my parents if we can move.
Are you listening to yourselves? The smartest and most capable people in the entire school are all here in this room. Why are we acting like we can't solve this problem? Take one good look around you. One look and tell me, who do you see? I see the builders and creators, all the artists and debaters, all the innovators. Each person sitting near you could blow the ceiling off of the world. Each has a contribution. Each has their own solution. And yet we're out of order. And yet we're stumbling over ourselves. If we decide to fight this, if we decide to fight this, to stand up and ignite this, we can do anything. 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 We can do anything. Anything. If we decide that we're done being scared.
We can't travel faster than the speed of light. And we can't divide by zero.
She means anything that's actually possible? Dorks.
Chester, how many sci-fi novels have you written?
12. 2 good ones.
Bertrand! Bertrand, how old were you when you coded your first operating system?
6.
Great! And Ada, didn't you almost sell it to the state government?
And it would have worked too, but our mom wouldn't drive us to the meeting.
Dustin, is there anything you can't draw or juggle?
No.
Margaret, this watch is powered by a battery you made. And Charlotte, you speak 6 languages!
This is true, but French is the best.
Reggie, you rewired this entire basement and fixed the heating system. And Kevin is taking an insanely hard test to get a full scholarship to learn more.
Wow, we know, Katie. Lots of us are going to apply to Learn More Academy.
No, not Learn More Academy, Learn More College. Yes, Kevin is taking the test meant for high school seniors.
Dude!
Kevin, that's amazing!
Of course it's amazing! because he's a member of SLAFPOC. They threw us in here to isolate us, but instead they created the greatest team the school has ever known. Are you getting it?
Oh man, I am this close to agreeing. I'm like teetering on the brink.
The universe, if she wants us to do this thing, she will send us a sign.
Hey everyone, the Lithuanian team just forfeited. We wanted to play my Melt Chess tournament.
We can do anything.
Anything. We can do anything. Anything. We can do probably just about anything if we decide that we're done being scared.
Let's give them wedgies. Let's launch illegal fireworks at them.
Let's retrieve some property. Vive la revolution! Okay, meet back here in 15 minutes. Call your parents and tell them you might be late. Be sure to go to the bathroom if you need to. And Chester, don't forget your inhaler.
Hey, Katie. There's something I need to tell you.
Charlie, we're a club of super geniuses. We figured it out. Oh no, it's okay. We all make mistakes. You're one of us now. Oh. Okay.
They've got the robot holed up at the auto shop at the high school. Bring gear, weapons, armor!
Yeah! Help start streaming out the exits.
Excuse me. Well,
we're sorry we blackmailed you.
What was that?
We're sorry we blackmailed you. We were scared of the bullies.
We didn't know how to ask for help.
It's okay. I'm glad Oscar protected everyone.
Listen, as long as we've got you here, math tutoring is big money, and we. Okay. Time to get ready for the battle. Okay, thank you. I just figured it out today. I'm so sorry.
Thanks for what you said about my dad.
I looked up synaptic visions. It looks like your dad was a genius. And I know you say you just like math for its own sake, but if you wanted to, I think you could pick up his work. When's your test?
2 hours?
It's today? Kevin, we need to go to the test center.
No, I need to be doing this. Oscar is my dad's legacy, and he's too important to lose.
Well, that is downright social of you. Speaking of which, after this is done, you really need to ask out Margaret.
Why does everyone keep saying that?
It's showtime!
The group marches outside to the bus stop.
1 is the smallest number, but 1 is all it takes to decide to stand and face resistance.
We're out of the jar and smarter by far, so why should we hide?
You hear the call to action. You feel the fire burning inside.
Let's take the fight to the oppressors. Mess with our aggressors.
It's time to get in order. It's time to make a bet on ourselves. It's time to stand and fight this.
It's time to stand and fight this. Kick sparks up and ignite this.
Let's show the stupid jerks that
Anything.
We can do
Anything. We can do practically just about anything if we decide that we're done being scared.
The stage splits. We see the bullies at the auto shop at Vanderbilt High. Oscar is tied to a chair. His power pack lies several feet away.
Respect for personal property is the foundation of a civilized society.
Not this again.
What the hell's the off switch? Oh, God, stop talking to it. The buyer's gonna be here in half an hour.
I think I'll be bolder. I think I'll be stronger.
I think I won't act like a wuss any longer.
The balance of power's in need of correction.
It's time to retreat in the other direction.
I'll beat in their faces as soon as I see ya.
Let's answer the challenge and carpe the diem. Find Oscar and free 'em.
This is an outbound bus to Shady Field.
Getting on this line. We're gonna do this thing.
You kids keep it out.
We can do anything. We can do anything. We can do anything.
95th Street, Vanderbilt High School.
adrenaline!
Meanwhile, back at the auto shop.
Consider channeling your energies into a positive outcome, such as new hobbies.
Are you like friends with my guidance counselor?
Okay. Look, the buz's gonna be here any minute. Purcell, get out there, keep an eye. All right, I'll do it.
Scene 11, outside the auto shop area at Vanderbilt High. A rear entrance with an imposing metal door. The Slaphockers approach nervously.
So this is high school. It looks so grown up.
It's the parking lot.
The cars look so grown up.
Okay, Charlie is distracting them at the main entrance. This must be the back door that she mentioned. It's locked.
I think I can be of service.
Dustin fiddles with a lockpick.
Mechanical locks are so quaint.
Done!
Where did you learn how to do that?
Circus camp. A lot of dark stuff happens at circus camp.
Okay, come on, everybody, let's go.
The Slaphockers sneak down a hallway towards the auto shop chambers.
Hey, you're not supposed to be here.
Margaret?
Margaret steps forward and pulls out a pink plastic water gun.
I'm so scared of water gun. Roughing up nerds gets me thirsty. Hit me.
Margaret starts methodically squirting the gun directly into Purcell's mouth.
Oh, nothing like a drink of water before I'm down.
It's not water. It's sodium pentothal.
Good work.
It's time to rush the entrance. Come on, everyone.
I wish I had more of that.
Deep down, I'm really insecure.
Scene 12, the auto shop area.
I think someone's coming.
Must be the vine.
There he is!
Greetings!
What the hell?
That robot is stolen property, and we're taking him back.
Yeah.
Yo, guard the backpack.
Hey, yo! Hey, boss! What's with this?
Did you lead them here? You traitor!
Oscar, are you okay?
Affirmative. However, I am immobilized.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is there a Joss Whedon book sign in here? Is Yo-Yo Ma performing a recital? There must be some kind of confusion because I can't imagine why a bunch of geeks would walk straight into our city.
Give us Oscar back.
Or what? You'll read Tolkien to us? Calculate interest rates? Come on, help me out here.
Or you'll start a curling league?
Not bad. Anyone else?
Or we'll take him back.
Yeah.
Really? Some junior high kids.
And a traitor.
And a traitor who's an ingrate.
And a frickin' girl.
What is wrong with being a girl?
Makes you weak.
Charlie rips a 6-foot length of PVC pipe from the wall. She breaks from a samurai sword.
Do I look weak to you?
Someone get her off me!
The other bullies, including Butch, converge on Charlie to pull her off. Katie, seeing an opening, rushes to the now unguarded power pack, grabs it, and affixes it to Oscar's back. Oscar rips through the throats effortlessly.
Hey!
Defense mode activated.
Hey! What's the matter with you pussies? Okay. You know what? Go ahead. Tase me. Nothing's gonna change. We're gonna keep coming. We're gonna be in your high school, in college, and when you grow up. We're always gonna be stronger, and you're always gonna be afraid of us. So go ahead, buy yourself a little time. Let's party.
He's so inspirational.
Awaiting instructions.
You're Falstaff.
Who?
Oscar, 3 inches above his head, please.
Whoa! I thought you said it was like a little spark! tiny shot.
It hurts.
Can we attach an ECG? I want to measure his alpha waves just to see fries.
Change of plans. You don't need to do this. Let's negotiate. I'm very sensitive to pain.
What the hell, man?
Oh, hey, you even shoot him instead, huh? Hey, dude, not cool.
What happened to bully solidarity?
Yeah, it's for you guys. Please, don't do this. Moi, I hate pain. I'll do anything you want. I'll have my guys leave you alone, guaranteed. Yeah?
It's okay, Oscar. Let him go.
Oscar powers down.
Thank you so. Thank you.
I am so disillusioned.
This is quite a paradigm shift.
Okay, just a second. Guys, please, whoa, it doesn't have to be like this. No message change. We can target weaker schools. I mean, there's always the theater kids. Come on, guys.
I'm glad you're safe.
Kevin, you are scheduled to be at the test center.
Oh no, Kevin, that was today?
It's okay. Getting Oscar back was way more important.
Wait, what time is the
He
test?
glances at his phone.
Basically in 15 minutes. It's at Sterling Springs High.
Okay, everyone listen up. We need a ride. Can anyone call their parents?
It's basic math, Katie. I'd need a car right here, right now, and I'd just barely get there.
Oscar retrieves a bike from the corner.
There is alternative transportation. I have sufficient power for accelerated travel.
But we'd have to go...
Very fast.
Yeah.
Ding ding.
Do it, Kevin.
Margaret hands him a bike helmet.
Oh, Margaret, wait. In the event that I don't die on this bike ride, do you want to see Wizard School 7 next week? Although they might be sold out at this point.
Margaret instantly produces 2 movie tickets.
You go ace this test, because I'm totally going to be at Learn More a year after you.
Prepare for accelerated travel.
Okay, listen up, everyone. We still have one more bully to deal with.
Scene 13. Oscar pedals the bike at superhuman speeds with Kevin clinging to his back. Oscar whirs expertly around traffic, flies over hills, makes hairpin turns with ease. He pauses once to stop obediently at a traffic light.
We will be arriving in 4 minutes.
Then he resumes. Scene 14. Oscar pulls up outside Sterling Spring High School. Elizabeth is waiting for them.
Oh. There was a message on your voicemail from Learn More, confirming your test appointment. How did you think it was going to work without my permission?
I guess through a lot of subterfuge.
Well, this has gone far enough.
What, me being happy?
No! No. I am not letting you turn into your father. Someone who just rides off into the distance and forgets about everyone who cares about them. You're not going to that school.
There's a metal detector. Wait here. You can't stop me from taking this test.
Kevin storms into the test center.
Well, I'm sorry, but I can.
Greetings. I am Synaptic Vision's autonomous personal assistant.
Yes, I know what you are.
Are you Dykstra? Elizabeth K.
Yes.
You have one message awaiting.
From who?
The sender is Dykstra, comma, Marshall P.
When was it written?
Age of message is 274 days, 17 hours, 15 minutes, and 4 seconds.
Play it.
Oscar plays a recorded message. Marshall appears.
Hello from sunny Mumbai. If I scripted this right, the Oscar unit should have found you after Kevin opened his big birthday box. Hopefully it didn't look for you in the shower. It actually has trouble seeing water sometimes. Anyway, by now you know that I'm not going to make it back for Kevin's birthday, which means I've missed your final deadline. I don't have any more excuses, and I don't blame you for not responding. I know you don't believe in this project, but I need you to believe that I do. This project is going to change everything for so many people. Single parents, the disabled, everybody. And And when it launches, you're not going to have to worry about money anymore. Whether or not you let me back into your life. I thought about Kevin a lot when I designed this. And I know that doesn't make up for my not being there. But I thought maybe you could help him connect to people. He has such an active mind. And I know he's hard to understand sometimes, but trust me, he is going to set the world on fire. Just let him find his own way. Anyway, we've got a big production test tomorrow, so I've got to be going. I love you both so much. And I hope to see you soon.
Would you like me to delete or archive this message?
Play it again.
Scene 15. The Vice Principal's office. Vice Principal Hertz reclines at his desk alone in the room.
Vice Principal Hertz, we are done with your bullying. We want our old club rooms back, and we want Slackpok to have its own room outside the sub-basement.
Yeah. That's nice. And I want to be a hang gliding instructor.
Pointing at the hallway behind Hertz.
We demand to speak to the real principal.
Not happening, children.
So we can't fight a grown-up.
Historically, when groups no longer felt represented by their rulers, they fomented rebellion.
Okay, so do we need a charter?
We'll have to form a committee.
Better discuss that next meeting.
Wait, is that old business or new business?
Silly Americans, you've forgotten how to revolt!
Charlotte takes a book from Chester, strides over to Hertz's desk, then swings the book like a golf club, knocking his trophy across the room.
Pour les enfants privés!
Something in French!
Scene 16. The testing room. Kevin sits at a desk, seemingly paralyzed. A succession of voices pose test questions.
The following is an excerpt from Lord of the Flies. Based on the passage, which one of these questions best synthesizes the author's
The following is an excerpt from The Power of One. Based on the passage, which of these questions best synopsizes the author's intention?
Which of the following does not describe Mrs. Haversham?
Which of the following passages describes the author's tone?
Great expectations.
Which of the following is an example of dramatic irony?
Based on this passage, do you think this story ends happily?
Which of the
Based
following
on this passage, do you think the story ends happily?
And on the page I see another set of problems, each full of names and points of view. There are no gifts and no clear-cut definitions. To my amazement, this is something I can do. Somehow all this is possible. It's a wall that I can climb, drawn from a different ability, and maybe one that was with me all the time.
Scene 17. A small room in the test center. A desk seats 3 adjudicators, Mr. Snodgrass, Ms. Powdermaker, and Ms. Derry. A nervous high school senior stands before the trio in mid-recitation.
I have seen them riding seaward on the waves. When the wind blows the water brown. The water.
Oh, that wasn't good at all.
Not at all.
No scholarship for Mr. Wexler.
If you can't cope with 2 stanzas of proofread, I don't know what you're expecting in the real world.
Next.
door, dear. Your information sheet, dear.
Kevin died. Did you?
Dykstra?
Oh, and I see you were assigned Song of Myself by Walt Whitman.
Yes, ma'am.
You may begin.
I'm sorry, I can't find your H code.
I'm sorry?
Every form at the top has a code for your school. It starts with an H.
Oh, well,
So if you go to Sterling Springs High, it's H104. If you go to Taylordale, it's H202.
Oh, can't stand Taylordale. Theater kids.
Yours starts with a J.
Well, I think it's because I'm in junior high school.
But-
Not high school.
Young man, this is the high school test.
I know.
The junior high school test was...
Last week, I believe.
It may be the case that...
Oh, do hush. Oh, no.
I'm in junior high, but I registered for the high school test. I'd like to attend Learn More College.
Oh, no.
No.
Can't do that. The rules.
The rules.
The rules.
I took the entire high school program and did all the assignments. I've done the whole test, except for the poetry recital. Can I please do it?
If the local proctors let you slip through the cracks, that is not Learn More's problem.
And it wouldn't be fair to you to grade you on a level so far above you.
It would be bad for your self-esteem.
Also, there's the rules.
May I offer a suggestion?
Sit down, dear.
Stop trying to grandstand!
Look, I'm already here. Can't you just let me try?
No.
Listen, boy, Learn More can't just tear a scholarship away from a candidate and give it to someone younger just because he's more qualified.
We're sorry.
Prepares to rip up Kevin's student information form.
Wait,
I said we were eavesdropping.
don't do this. No, I know you have forms you need to follow, I get it. I'm just telling you that Kevin is the kind of student that justifies this scholarship. You will not find someone brighter or more self-motivated. You know what I find when I'm cleaning his room? Calculus problem sets. And not homework. No, just ones he does himself. There's a framed picture of Gottfried Leibniz on his desk. I know, I had no idea who he was either. I had to look him up. Does it tell you something that he's 14 and took a course designed for college-bound high school seniors? And his father was brilliant. And Kevin's going to be the same. He needs an environment that can meet his mind, and I can't give that to him. You can. Please give him a chance.
We need an H code. It's the rules. The rules. Sorry.
Very sorry.
You know, you are a bunch of pompous fools.
The drama theater department is down the hall.
Oh, I think the donuts are here. Break time.
Ooh, first rational thing I've heard all morning. Hands off the Boston cream!
I'm so sorry, honey.
Did you mean all those things?
Yeah. Yeah, I did, and well, I learned something today. Well, we need to have a long talk, but for now I just want to say that I was wrong about a lot of things. And I'm sorry.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Irene Daring, I found your advocacy for Kevin very compelling.
For what it's worth.
And I only had time to glance at his essays, but I took the liberty of looking at Kevin's multiple choice answers. He scored in the 99th percentile.
Yeah. It's nice nice of you to say this, but what does it have to do with anything
I
else?
adjudicate the test, but I don't work for Learn More. I'm with Botswain Academy, a science-focused high school over in Lutherville. We're small, but we offer merit-based scholarships for students of extraordinary promise. I know Kevin was targeting college, but I think he'd be better served by a high school environment that was challenging and supportive, and perhaps a little more local. I think I can make a case for Kevin, if he's potentially interested.
I'm interested.
Now, it'll help my case if I can tell the board what you'd like to do academically. Have you thought about it?
Well, my father thought helping people was a solvable problem and wanted to develop technology to do that. I think I want to do something like that too. Also, I want to do lots and lots and lots and lots of math.
Well, be careful what you wish for. I think Kevin is going to be an easy sell. Let me see if I can set up an interview this week. Oh, here's my card. I'll keep in touch.
Did that just happen?
It appears so.
And it's in Lutherville. I won't have to travel.
Well, you will. Sooner or later.
Hang on, I have to tell everyone in Slackpot to apply to Botswain instead of Learn More.
Off balance. Off balance. And finding it notably strange how quickly the people you cherish can change. Seems like one moment you're watching them grow, and in the next you're preparing for letting them go.
Marshall steps forward and smiles at Elizabeth.
Mom, please. I'm talking to a girl.
Scene 18. A succession of characters reveal what happens to them in the future.
I used to be me.
I used to be scared that I was alone and nobody cared. That I was outgunned and underprepared.
But now that I know I don't have to hide, I'm feeling a weird sensation of pride.
And if someone tries to push me aside,
I'll be my own bodyguard. Life is too short for running away or hiding from shadows on the wall. And soon you'll look back and laugh at today and wonder why you were scared at all. It's time to look forward, it's time to be strong. You're gonna succeed and you're gonna go wrong.
Whatever your plan, it's time to get moving along and find your future.
Go find your future.
Charlie has to take summer classes to make up for lost time, but graduates on track for high school. She plans to study interior design and be a volunteer counselor for kids in tough neighborhoods.
Mr. Hertz moves to Manila and returns to his dream of becoming a professional highlight player. It doesn't end well.
Bruiser gets into Penn, joins a frat, and fails out. He spent several years struggling with get-rich-quick schemes and alcoholism. He's now a proud member of the United States Congress.
Gordo and Butch get internships at Rockville Sports Emporium. They eventually become co-managers of the store.
Due to market trends, they're forced to sell curling equipment.
Nerds.
Bertrand and Ada drop out of high school to found Brain Cars, which secures $30 million in capital investment overnight.
There's a small setback when someone edits their autonomous vehicle firmware to include a wheelie mode.
It wasn't me.
It was too.
It wasn't.
You can't expect me to believe that.
People like wheelies.
Everyone's got a mission in life, a calling that seems to know your name, a thing that you do, a thing that you are, and take it away, you're not the same. So don't be distracted.
to embrace whatever tomorrow may bring. Find your future.
Go find your future.
Purcell became a high school guidance counselor.
Reggie becomes an electrical engineer, blah, 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 but more importantly, is editor-in-chief of Fan Domination, the premier portal for science fiction and fantasy.
Chester!
Use the professional name.
C.B. Barrington entertains children worldwide with his fantasy novel series Wands of Wonderment.
Interview exclusively available at Fan Domination.
Charlotte moves to Paris for a boy, but stays to be a fine arts dealer. She secretly misses her friends from junior high. C'est la guerre.
Dustin joins the Enigma Brothers traveling circus and is currently touring Eastern Europe.
Margaret goes to Botswana and then Stanford to study chemistry. She also accidentally blows up a dorm room, but eventually the dorm room is named after her. It's a long story.
Katie gets a full scholarship to Learn More Academy, then goes to Learn More College, then becomes an administrator at Learn More College, then the head administrator, and is now reforming the school's snobby attitude while maintaining its tradition of academic excellence.
Elizabeth spends 2 years working on her book on persuasive speech. It's currently the subject of a bidding war between 3 publishers.
Kevin gets a full scholarship to the Botswana School, then to MIT, then to Carnegie Mellon Robotics. He now runs MarTech Synaptics, which creates autonomous personal assistants based on Marshall Dijkstra's designs. This is made possible with the help of a certain expert on battery technology.
Oscar is no longer the only Oscar unit! He's now up to System Software 7. His successors are coming this spring to consumer outlets and are excited to bring a healthy, well-balanced lifestyle to you. Also available in Swedish. Tjenare!